Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I want to do a review for you on this right here. This is the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation and concealer. I'd seen some other YouTubers using this and I was really intrigued to see if it would work for me as well. This comes in a few shades, I think maybe 8 or 10 shades. This is the lightest shade that they have, which is kind of concerning because if you can see next to my face in the bottle, it's pretty yellow and pretty dark compared to my skin tone. This is in 01 Creamy Vanilla. This foundation claims to have medium to full coverage, be lightweight and oil-free, long wearing, water resistant, and sweat proof. I'm gonna try this two ways. I'm gonna do one side with a beauty blender and the other side with a brush, and we'll see how this goes. It is really nice that this has a pump, so I'm just going to put some onto the back of my hand. You can see it's really thick formula. The color, as you can see, is a little bit dark. So I'm just gonna dot this on one side of my face, blend it in with the beauty blender, and then use the brush on the other side. This is super yellow. So we'll see if this changes at all with my skin. But this looks like it could be a bit of work. I do have some redness on my chin, around my nose, so we'll see if we can get it to cover up. This foundation is so yellow. I've only done this half of my face, and looking at it, this just doesn't even look like my skin tone. This, you can see that it is covering up the redness and stuff. It feels really nice. It doesn't feel cakey or heavy at all. It has a really mild, pleasant scent to it. I don't know how to describe it, but a really nice, mild, pleasant scent to it that doesn't linger. I'm going to finish up the other side of my face and we'll see how this goes. Okay, I've finished up with the rest of my makeup, and I have to say, other than the color, which I've let it sit for maybe 10 minutes now, the way that it feels on my skin is amazing. Like, it literally feels like you're wearing nothing. It feels so good on the skin. Maybe in summer I might be able to get away with this color a little bit better. I'm thinking about maybe if I buy the Manic Panic white drops. It's like this white liquid you can mix in with foundations to lighten them. That might help with the color of this. It's not awful though. I feel like once it kind of sets in, it's more like my summer color rather than more of my end of winter color that I am right now. I am gonna wear this for the rest of the day. Right now, if you can see on here, it's just about 11:30. I'm gonna be around the house, thankfully, because there's a little bit of contrast going on here. I'm gonna be hanging around the house. I might go see my grandmother later, but I'm gonna check in with you guys at different points throughout the day and let you know how this goes. Just to give you guys a close-up of my skin, there's a little bit of creasing under my eyes. This is how it looks up close. I will keep you guys posted. Okay, so time for a midday check-in. It's almost 4 o'clock. It's 3:43 right now. I have been editing. I did a little bit of cleaning. I'm about to go on a walk in a little bit, and you can tell that I've been resting my hands on my face because the foundation is worn off here on my chin and right here on my cheek as well. Other than that, it's holding up pretty well. I still have a really good finish to the skin on this side over here. This is the side I used the brush on. So this was a little bit thicker. This is the side I used the Beauty Blender on, and it kind of sheared things out a little bit. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it and the fact that I've been pressing on my face. But other than that, it's held up really well. It's still super comfortable. In my T-zone, it's a little bit tacky where I have oil that's kind of seeping through. It's a little bit tacky in those areas, but I'll zoom you guys in so you can see the finish for yourselves. So if you can see, right in here is where it's worn off, and then right here on my chin as well. And I have a little bit of dryness on the side of my nose, but other than that, I think it's holding up pretty well. The daylight in my room is fading. So I had used natural sunlight when I first started filming this video, and now it's, you know, almost the early evening. So the light has changed a little bit in here, but hopefully you guys can still see what I'm talking about. I'm gonna try and touch this up, or maybe I'll just leave it for the day and then check in with you guys once more at the end of the day. Okay, so I am back for my final thoughts on this foundation. It is about 8:36 in the evening. I have changed locations because in my bedroom there is no natural light anymore. It is pitch black, so I have to film in here. And I think most of this has pretty much worn off of my face. My face looks very similarly its original color. You know, kind of around my nose, on my chin, it's definitely worn off, in my forehead, but I still don't look overly oily, which is fantastic, and it still feels great. So it may not be a super long lasting foundation, but I also did not use a primer. I did not use any sort of a setting powder. I just wanted to see how this would wear on its own. It stayed super comfortable throughout the entire day, and I never felt like cakey. It just really felt almost like second skin. The only thing is that I do wish that they had a better range of colors, you know, a little bit lighter and maybe a little bit more neutral in tone. I could definitely get away with something a little less yellow. The cost of this is great. I believe it's only around $10 at CVS is where I got mine. It stays somewhere within that range, so it's affordable. As far as the claims of it being water resistant and sweat proof, that may be true within the first little while, maybe the first 5 hours of wearing it, but after that it does start to break down. It is definitely a medium coverage foundation. It's super blendable. It sets pretty quickly, so it does blend really nicely, and when it sets, you know, it doesn't take forever, and it doesn't set like so rapid fast that you can't do anything about it. So it is pretty nice in that sense. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation. I hope you guys really enjoyed this review. If you have any questions, if there's anything I forgot, just leave it down in the comments. It would mean so much to me if you would subscribe. And until next time, I will see you guys later.